Welcome to episode 2, How to Be a Baddie. Looking at the cards from Biggest Baddest Baddies, we break down the baddies from the game. This time we're doing Weaponsmith. Our featured playmat will be Molten Fists, as it is an equipment, and that is what our friend Weaponsmith is based off of. He has 7 health, 1 attack, 1 defense. Special ability, he's the Master of Arms. He gains +2 damage for each card attached to him. So, looking at this guy, he can escalate extremely fast. So first of all, let's say we're starting a game. We put our Weaponsmith, we'll look at our health thing. Alright, 10, 9, 8, 7. We'll scale him to right there. If his health is 7. Now, if you look around the board for Biggest Baddest Baddie, you see there's equipment spots. Head. We have a left arm, left hand, right hand, torso, mount, left foot, left leg, right leg, and right foot. So, looking at this, he has equipment spots that can be used. So, when we look at our equipments, up in the corner is how many cards we have to discard to play it. So as we get our equipments out, we're going to look for something in our early turns to get this guy going. And the thing is, we only draw 5 cards at the beginning of the game, so we're going to have to roll out stuff fast. And the idea here, in my opinion, with Weaponsmith, is you got to get him some way of getting health, got to get him some way of getting defense, protection, something to keep this guy from getting just demolished from another baddie. So, what I would start out with, in my opinion, is things like this. Spider legs. It's 0 and adds 1 defense. So I'm just going to put this in my leg slot, but it does take up both leg slots, and that will be okay. Alright, another good one is Chariot for 1. It's a mount. Adds 1 defense whenever he attacks. I draw a card. So let's say I had these 2 in my hand to open with, and I'll throw something... I'll throw something in this card pile up here. So I discarded for Chariot. I used up 1, 2, 3 cards. There's a possibility I could have something else to help me out. I'll throw Robotic Claw. Adds 2 damage. When you play Robotic Claw, draw a card. So I'm going to put it over here in my left or my right arm. And I would draw a card. So right now I still would have used up 3 cards. I still have 2 in hand. So there's still something I should be able to do with 2 in hand. Well, I'll discard 1 and use 1 to play Lightning Spear. Adds 2 damage. Discard a card. Inflicts 2 damage to a baddie. Right there would be a good card to play off of that last spot. And I will put it in my left hand. So, we're looking at what a turn 1 scenario could have been if we built it this way. This is a turn 1 scenario. And he gets +2 damage for each he has attached. 1, 2, 3, 4 attached. Gets 5, 6 from the Lightning Spear. 7, 8 from the Robotic Claw. So he has 8 added to his number. He has 9 damage right now. So he would be able to level some of the baddies in the game pretty early. He could damage them pretty heavily. What we're going to want to do is attack. Because the Chariot says when I attack I can draw. Now if we were in an attack scenario, there would be a case I might could draw something and end up getting another card in hand. So that would give me a card in hand back. Then at the start of my next turn I draw another card. Now I have 2 cards in hand. And you can see that would have slowed me down pretty heavily. Now let's go back to a scenario that I don't play one of these cards down here. Okay? Let's say I didn't have the Chariot. And instead, I had this. Goblet of Greed. At the beginning of each turn, each player draws a card. So I put that in my hand instead. Then it's at the beginning of each turn we're drawing. Each time somebody's going around the table, we're drawing. Essentially, if there's 4 players, I'm drawing 4 cards before I make another decision on what to do here. Now everybody else is too, so that is one thing to take into consideration. So, the way you play Weaponsmith is you can just absolutely throw these cards onto the board, and you end up with these scenarios where you have different equipment that can protect him. For instance, we have Veil of Immunity, where we could discard a card and nullify a caster and ability that's trying to target Weaponsmith. We have Piranha Jaws, goes up here in the head slot, and it deals 3 damage just for discarding 2 cards. Hammering Arm is your go-to. If you have a chance with Weaponsmith to draw Hammering Arm and you get Hammering Arm down, you are able to annihilate people. Because it's discard a card, your baddie gets another attack. This is a go-to. You're going to want to get defense on him over with cards like Chain Armor here, where I can get 3 defense. This is a heavy defensive move. You want to get those defense cards on him and then give him the go-to of being able to attack. So, in the early goings, we're going to run for cards like Spider Legs, Robotic Claw, possible Goblet of Greed if you want to go that route. You're also going to run for cards such as the Chariot. If you can get Chariot down, you know, in this mount slot, and then you can get Hammering Arm down, you can get some scary stuff happening. Because essentially this is a combo if you watch. It's attack, draw, discard, get another attack, draw, discard, get another attack, and rinse, wash, repeat until you have smacked everybody at the table. So the early goings of this deck, turn 1 you're going to have 5 cards in hand. Okay? We're going to have 5 cards in hand. I'm just going to throw some stuff over here to play around with. Alright, so here's 1. I play 1. And I want to say 2. Get that Hammering Arm down. So 2. I'm going to discard 2 cards. 3, 4. I have 1 thing left here to use. 1 card left. I want to say, let's go Robotic Claw. And then I drew another card. I have 1 more card in hand now. And I want to give myself something like, I think Spider Legs would be a good one to go ahead and give me that other equipment. And you just look around my board, I've got 4 equipments attached. So he's getting the +8 on damage. He's got 9 on the damage slot. And Hammering Arm also gets +2 damage. So does Robotic Claw. So he has 13 damage and can start swinging with this whenever it's my time to attack. Another card that's beneficial to him is Giant Cleaver. This is adding a huge 5 damage, discarding 3 cards. That is a very strong item to have with him. If you want to go damage this way, Molten Fist, discarding and dealing damage. You can also do the Lightning Spear for discarding and doing damage. It might have a silly name. Pretty Pony is one of those cards. If you get the chance to go first, or where there's a setup, everybody goes around the table and sets up their field before they can attack. Pretty Pony goes by that, because it says you play it, each player draws a card. The baddie equipped with it when it enters the battleground, it can attack. So you can essentially go right off the bat. If you don't, now this one is a little different because we can't do our Chariot off of this. So we're going to have to watch how we do this combo. The Chariot's the better option out of the 2, but if you feel like you can absolutely smack somebody on turn 1, you may want to go ahead and get 1 player out. Go back around the table, equip your Chariot, go with your Hammering Arm, and start attacking. And you can go with that route instead. So this is How to Be a Baddie. And we looked at the wonderful world of Weaponsmith. I've seen this guy have like 16 damage and a hammering arm, and just starts going boom, you're gone, boom, you're gone, and goes all the way around the table. Because the biggest baddie's health in the game, I think around 14, so he just absolutely annihilates people. And when you try to play biggest, baddest baddie, look us up on Facebook. You may try the Weaponsmith. Thank you.